I'm meteorologist Robert Sped. A lot to talk about today, and probably the most active tropical day of the 2024 typhoon season in the Western Pacific. Prapiroon, also known as Butchoy in the Philippines, has made landfall in Hainan, moving off towards northern Vietnam. And we have Gaemi, also known as Carina in the Philippines, now officially a typhoon, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency and WestPacWx as this pulls off towards the north. And even as it moves away from the Philippines, we're going to be talking about that inflow wrapping it around behind us, which has already been bringing heavy rainfall and flooding across a good portion of Visayas, parts of Mindanao, and western areas of Luzon, and this is not over yet. This river of moisture is going to continue to push in across our area here. That combined with orographic lifting on the west coast of Luzon, and we're going to be talking about that threat of some flooding. Now, as this lifts off towards the north, it is expected to continue to tighten, which means strengthening just a bit more so for our friends in the southern Japanese islands. Ishigaki and Miyako-jima taking the brunt of the right front quadrant of the storm with winds upwards of 155 kilometers per hour. Our friends in Okinawa, that's over towards Naha, places like Kadena, all our military friends. This is going to stay well west of you. I know you're probably thinking typhoon headed towards southern Japan. These islands here, this is still 100 miles towards your east, though, or excuse me, towards your west. You are towards the east. You still could see some rain bands, big old waves, but big impacts here, and also in northern Taiwan, including Taipei. This is going to pass right overhead with some damaging winds potentially, but also the mountains across Taiwan. Been doing this for 15 years. Every time we see a storm like this hit those mountains, it creates heavy, crazy amounts of precipitation here as that pushes on by. I expect that on the east and west coast. Other big topic, though, let's talk about this again. That southwesterly flow. In fact, zooming right in on Manila, Pangasinan, region 1 off towards San Fernando. This is several days of persistent southwesterly flow. This area in red does not go away in the morning. This is just meaning showers consistently for the course of 96 plus hours, which means rain totals could add up on top of what we've already seen, over 200 millimeters, especially along the mountains here, Baguio included, Pangasinan, all the way down towards Manila. There is heavy rainfall warnings in place. I know when we say totals like 300, 400, 500 millimeters, your mind goes, what? This has got to be fake. With this type of setup, it's totally in the realm. Orange rainfall warnings is on the low side. I think we're going to see up the red rainfall warnings too. So if you're in Manila, consistent precipitation through the course of the week. You know, now is the time to make those preparations as far as draining or clearing out drains. Just make sure you kind of take care of your neighborhood. Floodwaters can rise fast out here and be carrying diseases, sharp objects, and this same points really goes to even for our friends into Taiwan too. We're going to be seeing this precip. All right, so heavy rainfall persisting on the tail end of this all week. Then we talk about the center of circulation as it nears Ishigaki and Miyako-jima. Winds are going to be upwards of 100 kilometers per hour here as we go ahead through Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Okinawa Honto, south coast, rain bands are going to be pushing out there for you, but this is well towards your west. And then as we go ahead through the day here on Wednesday, watch as this kicks off towards the northern coast of Taiwan. The mountains here, yeah, that is going to wrap around, hit, and this is just going to be piling up. The good news, you know, this area on the east coast, actually we just got a new road built there, so it hopefully doesn't get washed out. But there's only 1 or 2 roads that traverse the mountains. This is not the day, Wednesday and a Thursday, to be taking those. You want to be just staying in your safe place as this kicks on by. For our friends out into Taiwan, I know we got some friends who are typhoon chasers will probably be out there, but making sure they're all staying safe. And then it kicks on shore into China, which I don't really concentrate too much in China. No offense to anybody there. It's just, I know they have the great cyber wall, so not many people. My analytics show it. I get out of 1,000 views, I'll get 5 people watching from the entire country who might be on a server that they can allow to watch our YouTube videos. Watching our waves kick on by, though, big waves up and down the East China Sea here, Taiwan, and also that inflow coming in from the southwest. But here's another look. That moisture flow kicks on by, and I want to show this. Look at these totals adding up everywhere in the red across the island. 300 to 500 millimeters of precipitation. So big rainmaker, big flood potential for Taiwan here as well. So I think this storm is going to be known for its flooding, its rainfall, not only in the Philippines, but also off here towards Taiwan. The wind is another issue, but I think that's secondary. Ishigaki probably going to see the highest of the winds. And then you can see the field extends well back towards the east. So Wednesday early morning, if you are in Okinawa, that's going to be the highest of the winds. But they're going to be, 25 to 50 kilometers per hour. Might see a storm watch with those core conditions issued before this skirts towards the west. And on through by Wednesday afternoon, the worst of the winds into Taiwan, where, a lot of stuff kind of get tossed around. I meant those core conditions. This is storm watch winds. Not expected to exceed 50 knots. That's where I would anticipate the peak of warnings for our friends in Okinawa as far as the military bases are concerned, but I want to keep an eye on it. All right, broader picture. We got this storm, but we also have Prapiroon coming on shore into northern Taiwan here, or Vietnam. Get our countries right, Robert. Northern Vietnam could be a good rainmaker. This after it made landfall on Hainan. That's this island in southern China as well. Actually taking a look at our forecast as it moves off towards the north and west. It's still a tropical storm, severe tropical storm. It has intensified a little bit after it moved over the island, but it's still expected to maintain some decent tropical storm intensity coming on shore. Big thing is heavy rainfall, especially along the coast, but even over towards Hanoi, you could be seeing some totals about 50 to 100 millimeters of precip before it gets kind of ringed out by the mountains there across the Indochina Peninsula. But still could be seeing some pretty decent rainfall for you guys there too. So I want to watch out, know your information from official sources for our friends there across Vietnam, Taiwan, southern Japan, the Philippines. Remember the Vietnam Meteorological Agency, PAGASA, Japan Meteorological Agency, the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, CWSB, that is the Taiwan Meteorological Agency, prepared to evacuate if needed, but for a lot of these islands, that's not really an option. You just stay in, stay hunkered down. Don't wait till the last second to make those preparations if you're going to be heading out to these stores or anything like that. I hope these updates do help. It seems like I'm getting a lot of positive feedback, but you know what? It's not just me. The entire Westpac weather team working together to make sure these fantastic graphics, Weatherscape XT from Metro Weather. Also, most importantly, is our people that everybody's supporting this channel. Garmin, big supporter of the channel. I can't thank him enough. Colonel Cy, Jeff Davis, Jacqueline Smith, all our super typhoons who actually donate more than $10 a month. Everybody else here does. If you want to help out, if you're thinking, wow, this is new, this is different, I don't really get this information in the Western Pacific. It is me in my spare bedroom, which I have created into a studio in my house. And it's the support of everybody here that I'm able to do that and able to support the channel. And I can't thank you guys enough for everything that you've ever. If you want to support, please do. If this seems like too much, hit that like and subscribe button. I know that's cliche to say as a YouTuber, but if I get up to over 100,000 subscribers, I will shut up about it. I just want to get this channel verified, so it does go a long way if you just hit that subscribe button. That's all for today. If you have any questions, though, please let me know. And number one thing, of course, is stay safe out there. Thanks for watching, friends, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are.